Hey there, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we're having a sit down with my shadow. I wanted to take a look, go a little bit deeper into my spiritual excavation, if you will, in my life. And I thought, hey, why don't I do this? And maybe you might be called to take a look at having a sit down with your shadow. So let's get started. It's very simple. I'm just going to take a tarot deck and I'm going to work with the Dream Keepers Tarot this time. Work with the Dream Keepers Tarot, and I'm going to ask, what shadow aspect wants to sit down with me? Have a sit down with. What shadow aspect? Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so 2 cards jumped for me. And I had the Ten of Swords. Did I say swords? My apologies, I saw swords here. This is the 4 swords. And here is the 10 of Wands. This has been coming up quite a bit lately. This from time to time, but this definitely coming up where some shadow work that I've been working on and dealing with is taking on a lot more onto my plate, carrying on a lot of burdens, and not really discerning whether or not those burdens really should be something that I should be taking on. And it's pervasive in every aspect of my life, this phenomenon of the Ten of Wands right now. And I guess what could help heal this, or what could help bring some balance to the situation, is the 4 of Swords. Is bringing some rest, some rejuvenation, some time of recuperation, and taking a step back and maybe assessing what really is important to me and what really should be put by the wayside. And sometimes what seems like needs to be done right away may not need to be done right away. And it's better to have control over the 4 of Swords energy by being the one to kind of usher in that rest and recuperation versus me falling ill or just going into complete burnout mode because I could not stop adding to my plate. I couldn't stop adding wands to the back. And I'm coming now to a place with the 10 of Wands of coming to an end of a cycle of that burdensome cycle that I've been experiencing. And it is a challenge. It is something that I'm working with, like I said, in my professional life and in my personal life. Learning how to delegate, learning how to manage my time. So I think it's interesting that the 10 of Wands came up and the 4 of Swords as like a remedy to my 10 of Wands situation. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting to do. It was to have a sit down with my shadow self from time to time. I think it's going to be a way that I check in, maybe once a month, like which shadow aspect wants to come in that I need to work with this month. Clearly, this is something that I need to be working on because it's coming up all over the place. It came up for a reading I did for myself. It came for a reading that I actually went to have a professional do a reading for me. It's coming up now, so it's obviously something, a shadow aspect that I really need to work on and work with and and finally root out, and hopefully the next month it won't be a theme again when I do this exercise again of having to sit down with my shadow. So let me know, are you going to have a sit down with your shadow? And if you do have a sit down with your shadow, what happened? What came of it? What lessons were you able to glean from that? Did you glean anything? Did anything resonate for you? I just thought, yeah, this would be a nice little check-in. And the reason I say that is I can't remember if I did a reading for someone else or if I did a reading for myself. And it was like, I think it might have even been one of my moon books or something like that. It was like, you're going to be dealing with some shadow stuff. And I was like, I want to do this head on. I want to go into it head on. I don't want to like shy away from it or be scared about it or kind of cower and wait for my shadow to kind of come out and be like the boogeyman and scare me. No, I want to face it head on. And I feel much more empowered that way in doing so. So yeah, want to hear from you, hear your thoughts. And yeah, that's it. Let me know. Thanks so much for watching, loves. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.